All right, so we finally cleaned up the garage a little bit, moved this inside, so now I can start working on it a little bit easier. And then we can start hopefully putting up the sides pretty soon once we widen up the front all the way in the back there.
This arch is going to be like that. That's because that's going to be flat across. Perfect.
So, change of plans, instead of the wood, we're actually going to do AZAC. I think it forms a little bit better and it'll be a little bit more durable. Basically, the AZAC sits into the wood here, and we're going to have a piece that goes over so it holds it in better. And then it'll actually hold in under there, and that's where I'll get that dome. Planning on having all these different rafters. I'm gonna even them all out, screw them in, glue them in, and then we're gonna just do one right across the middle right there.
So now let's do that again. Okay, right inside that. This is gonna go. You could do the bottle.
I do realize I've not been wearing glasses when I'm cutting the wood. I should be, but now I have to grind off some of the nails that are poking through the roof, so I definitely will be wearing them. So right now I'm filling in a little bit of the insulation. I have these 3 sections in, and now I just gotta fill in all these. That will be filled inside with an 1.5 inch insulation, but on the other side. So I just want to make sure I get all these little gaps before I put the plywood over. Definitely not my best work, but I'm gonna do 1 inch of insulation over the one I just did, so I should be totally fine. All right, so right now I'm trying to cut out the foam for this section. Obviously the measurement's a little bit hard, so what I did was cut out what looks to be pretty much perfect. So now I'm gonna use the cardboard to cut out the foam and the wood. As you can tell, I've been working in my garage, and that's because it's actually snowing outside right now, and the weather has been in the 20s. So luckily in a couple days, I have a weather window where it'll be just around 55. So that should be high enough with a little bit of heat in the garage, and I'll be able to do the poor man's fiberglass just fine. If you don't know what poor man's fiberglass is, I highly recommend looking it up. It's basically a cheap way of doing fiberglass without epoxy, and supposedly from all the videos I've seen on YouTube, it holds up very, very strong and for a long time. I'm gonna do the whole camper, so it should turn out hopefully pretty good. One way to find out. So I thought the camera was rolling, but it wasn't. I'll just show you right now what I did to insulate the front of the cab. I basically got a roll of this pretty flexible insulation. It's a lot wider than this, so I just did that in layers all the way across. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how I did the poor man's fiberglass. So far it's coming along pretty good, and just have to see how that goes.